friends, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at what I mean by crumb quilting. I had to laugh because I saw in the comments Dee said, trigger warning, Chris, because I remember her from a few years ago when she was like, I am not doing this crumb quilting thing, but I promise Dee and everyone else watching, this one is a lot more fun.
I learned it.
And you did a great job.
It was fun.
And also, we have this for both sewers and machine embroiderers. So, all right, if you're just joining us, I'm Chris. This is Kyle from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and we're going to talk about crumb applique quilting today.
Yes.
All right, so what exactly do we mean by that? Well, let's take a look down here at some of the projects that Kyle and I have been working on. All right, so for example, here are a couple of different applique shapes, right?
Cute. And
this was done in a crumb method. Now, what do we mean by crumbs?
Little pieces.
Little pieces, and we know you've got them, right?
Yeah.
We all have all those little pieces, that stash that you're just like, oh, what can I do with all this? And I hate to give it away. I hate to throw it away. And so this is going to be a super duper cool project for you to get rid of that. All right, let's take a look at some tea towels that I put together.
Really cute.
Here we go. This is, again, using the crumb quilting applique method.
How many different fabrics have you got in there?
There are so many, but, well, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7.
Just repeated?
But just repeated over and over again.
Cute.
And it just makes such a fun collage-looking project, right? Mm-hmm. So you can see, and the nice thing is, it's mindless. You really don't have to think about it. So if you're in the mode for just doing something that is...
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that's the Star of David. Mm-hmm. Something that doesn't take any thought. So what would be mindless would be something like this, and I'll show you why. But this is when you can put on a good TV show or listen to an audiobook or something, and you're not really having to focus on the project, but you're hearing the hum of the machine. Mm-hmm. And then this one is the dreidel that I thought would be perfect for those who celebrate Hanukkah. So, how is this done? Well, typically, when it comes to crumb quilting, and the way I taught it years ago, was you would take all your little tiny scraps and you would actually sew them together.
Oh, no, I'm out.
That's what a lot of people would say, like, no way, I'm not doing that.
No,
oh, yeah, because it's mindless. You just keep sewing and just
That is
keep
not
sewing.
mindless.
I know. It doesn't feel like it, right?
No.
But it really is.
Oh,
like you
okay.
there's no rhyme or reason. You just keep adding the crumbs.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But with this method today, it's totally different.
I love this one.
We're going to show you how it's done. Kyle, why don't you start off by showing us how to do it, the sewing method, and then I'll take over on machine embroidery.
All right, that sounds good. Okay, so Chris said to me, we're going to do crumb quilting. I'm like, what? What in the world? I'd never heard of it either. So I did a gingerbread just like she did. And this is, we have instructions too. But
yeah, we do.
I copied off your gingerbread. And then I went and I put it onto some heat and bond. Okay, I traced it onto the paper side. Okay, so then I just put it on a piece of fabric. I couldn't find my towels.
Oh, that's okay.
So I put it on that.
Essentially, you are creating your own new fabric here.
Right. And I could have put it on a sweatshirt, anything that I wanted. And so I've got this outline, so it gives me a guide, but I use water-soluble stabilizer.
And it worked.
This is a topping, right?
Yes, that one is a topping.
It worked great.
It did work great, yeah.
So I've put down my heat and bond with my paper side up.
Just to show the template.
Yes.
That's all. We're not pressing anything yet.
No. And then I took and I cut almost squares. Chris said, you just did them all exact, kind of, because it was easier. And all I'm doing is I've taken 6 or 8 different colors, and I'm just making sure that I cover up every part of that gingerbread outline.
Exactly.
You see that?
Yep. So fun.
And I have to tell you a secret.
Easy.
I had one where I had a hole in it when I looked at it. All I did was add another one.
Exactly. You can
That's
do that.
all I had to do.
Yep.
Yep. And I'm just making sure I cover all that.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where, what's on top, all the things. So I'm covering him completely up. Okay, I'm just going to place those there real fast.
Okay. See how mindless this is,
Yeah,
Kyle?
it is. It is. Except I had to concentrate when I first did it.
There's no right or wrong way to do this.
Exactly.
I say you throw caution to the wind.
Chris! Oh my goodness.
You just overlap them, just making sure that baby's
See,
covered.
if I've got that and I started quilting it,
Yeah.
all I have to do is add another one on top of it.
Okay.
Now
So
you
what
have
do we
your
do
second, your second piece of
Wash away.
wash away.
Mm-hmm.
Put that on there, and then all I'm going to do is slip my heat and bond out of there,
Yep.
and I'm going to take this right over to the machine,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just quilt the heck out of that.
That's right. I
All
like
the
that
different
you
ways.
said, I'm going to quilt the heck out of
The
it.
heck out of it.
Yes.
All
I love
different
it.
ways. All different ways.
And you did just straight lines on
I did
yours.
straight lines.
And
Yep.
that worked out great.
It did. It did.
It's so cute.
It's darling. I really liked it.
So you just went every which way.
Every which way.
Didn't
I
have
just
to
made
think
sure
about
I
it.
cut the fabrics down. I didn't have to
Yeah.
make sure it was all completely caught
Yeah,
down.
you just want dense quilting,
Dense.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Then what? So you're left with this
I got this
piece of
outline.
nail
It's not even an
fabric.
outline.
No.
All I'm doing is then I will come back to my my sink or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm going to wash away all the stabilizer because these are all sewn together at this point.
Exactly.
They're all a piece of fabric. So we'll wash that all off, dry it, and I
It has to be fully dry.
Yep, almost.
And then
And then I take it back, and I am going to take my traced
heat and bond
shape, heat and bond, and I'm going to put it onto the back of my fabric. I'm not putting it on the top. I'm putting it underneath on the back of it.
I love
so
it.
when these are all sewn together, it's going to go like this with the heat and bond side on the back. Okay, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to cut it out. So,
yeah,
so
Tammy
simple.
asked, could you use decorative stitches? Absolutely. That would be
Yes.
so cute. It
Yeah.
really would. And it just all washes away. It just rinses away.
It does,
So,
really easy.
let it dry. And
Didn't take
on
long to
these
dry.
two, these actually, front and back, I kept it the way it was without adding it to the
So
thing,
you can do
right?
this as sun catchers.
You can do them as sun catchers. So if these were held up to the light, you would have the
can
light
kinda see
shining
through 'em.
through, and it's kind of fun. And again, it's just so simple. So let me show you what's even easier is by doing it on the embroidery machine. So what we did here is this is a 5x7 hoop. Now I've digitized this to be 5x7 and 6x10. So you've got
nice.
two options here.
Nice.
Two sizes. And let's take a look down here. If you're going to add it to a project, such as a tea towel, for example, then I recommend using a wash away sticky back, all right?
Okay.
And then I'm just using this as my background piece for now. And then I'm going to have Kyle, we're going to work on a star. So go
Okay.
ahead and stitch out the outline.
Oh, this does the outline first.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
So the outline,
don't
and
have to
then you know
guess.
exactly, you know exactly where to place your fabrics. All right, so you can see here that the star has been stitched out. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's in black thread. And now I know exactly where to go. So now with these scraps, okay, Kyle, are you ready for this? All I'm doing is I
could go through my
really
garbage can.
exactly. This is what I'm doing, my friend. This is what I call mindless.
Okay. Yep.
So when you had cut these perfect squares, I'm like, really, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
But you absolutely can do that. There's nothing wrong with it.
I wanted to be an overachiever.
There you go. Exactly. And then now, go ahead and here, you help me do this. We're just gonna throw these on. And then all you have to do is you take your piece of wash away stabilizer and just place it over top, just like that.
So both of them are wash away?
Yes.
Okay.
But now this one was sticky back because I wanted my towel or whatever to cover over top of it. Now when it goes back to the embroidery machine, it's going to stitch all the way down into a quilting motifs.
And you put this on the top so you don't get your foot underneath any fabrics, right?
Correct. The star has now been stitched out, and I'll just do a quick cutting of this so that you can see what's happening here.
It's just like regular embroidery.
Exactly. There is nothing different. We are going to treat this just like an embroidery applique, because look, all that fabric that's, you know, sticking out from the edges, if we were to put this back into the machine, it's going to do a satin stitch all the way around.
Right.
Is that right? Yeah,
Yep.
You can see that on the machine. So let's see, there we go. So it would do a satin stitch all the way around, it would do a top stitch, and then after that, you just rinse this away and you have a brand new piece of fabric. So
nice.
One more time.
Because then you'll see the fabric.
Then you'll see the fabric, because right now you don't really see it.
No.
But this does wash away, and this is what it actually looks like, but the quilting was done in yellow, right?
Nice.
So that would be, darling, it would be cute as a garland. It'd be great on
that's a good
tree.
idea.
You know, and here's another one. So you can do them all by themselves, or just as a reminder, you can do it on a tea towel, on a shirt. I mean, you could do all kinds of things with this. So we'll just kind of set this out, and that's it.